I'm Tasha Rose, and this is Radical Mothering, and this is Liliana.
I'm Liliana. I'm helping in the garden.
We're outside in the garden today to do some preliminary fall cleanup, and it's a little breezy. I probably don't actually need my sweater, but I'll get cold without it. So I'm doing this collaboration with Lisa at CatholicMarathonMom, and it's let me see, I'm gonna grab the notes because I wrote some stuff down. It's the self-worth collaboration, and I thought being out in my garden would be a good place to film it, because this is kind of a zen spot for me, and I'm actually a little bit frustrated about it right now because I have neighbors who don't know what pollinator gardens look like for some reason, and they like to call the city on me a lot, so whatever, and it frustrates me because it's actually not about the garden. So anyways, you've seen our videos in the past about that issue. I'm not really going to lament on it, but so some of the questions that she has, there are 3 questions, just a really quick collaboration, and I will put the collaboration link in the description box so you can check out the other videos in the collaboration. So the best compliment you've ever received, what is the best compliment you've ever received? I would honestly say the best compliment that I've ever received has to do with consistency. I'm fairly consistent in positions that I hold, and across the board I've got a consistency, and I think I want to couple it with this other one, because a woman I've known for a very long time, she said to me, she said, you know, you might say things that people don't like, but when you say things, you're usually right, and you're usually consistent about it. And that really meant a lot to me, because I have a lot of opinions that people just don't like and don't want to hear, because it doesn't fit the narrative that everybody's supposed to have, you know, if it you know, political things, religious things, etc. People just don't like to hear that somebody has a different opinion than them, and I really don't care about that. You know, I don't. You've seen my cancel culture video about answering to the mob. I don't answer to the mob. I just don't, because the mob doesn't matter to me, and the mob isn't gonna dictate what my values are and what my opinions are. And yeah, that one you probably do, because it's one of those weedy tree things. So that's kind of why I am that way, because I don't worry too much about what others have to say about what I have to say. I don't know what this is right here. I kind of want to feel like it's one of my cohosses, but I don't think it is. This garden needs to be weeded though. This is one of my herb gardens. This is a big lemongrass behind me. It's actually 2 plants. And right here I've got blue and black cohosses planted for midwifery use. Yeah, consistency. Consistency is a big deal to me. The next question, I don't like body questions because my self-worth isn't wrapped up in my body. But the next question is a body question, and it's when do you feel happiest in your body? And I feel happiest when I'm eating good food and drinking enough water and getting enough rest. I don't really get hung up on, you know, whether or not I have a little bit of extra weight here or there. My husband is not dissatisfied with what I look like. I'm not dissatisfied with what I look like. I have had 7 children, and my body has done what God designed it to do. So I'm not that concerned about anything else. Yeah, you can use that. So you have to be really careful not to get it at your feet, and you have to go all the way down to the root. You have to get weeds out by the root. No. Here, like this. Let me show you. Go like this. See what I mean?
Oh.
And you can just stab it off like that. So you can. I'll hold it down and you can whack it. Let me know if you need help, okay? So it's a interesting question, but it's more. I think that's a question that's more geared towards people who are really overly concerned with that sort of thing, and I'm just not. I never really have been after coming out of a lot of trauma. I did have anorexia for a really long time, and was super skinny and unhealthy, and that was more. It was less about what my body looked like, and more about having control over something in my life, because I had encountered abuse and neglect and just a lot of really significant trauma. And that's really what that was about. It wasn't about what I looked like. So yeah. And then the last question is, what is some negative self-talk that replays? And again, I'm gonna have to say that I don't really deal with that much anymore. When I did, it was within the confines of trauma and abuse, and it just doesn't exist in my life. Okay, I'll help you with it. That kind of thing just doesn't exist in my life. And if trauma and abuse did exist in my life at this point, having experienced it previously and healed from it, I would walk away before it would impact me to that degree at this point. So there isn't anything that's a recurring negative self-talk that I need to claim. And I think that a lot of people, not yet, not quite yet. We still have a couple more right here. I think a lot more people need to really examine why they are doing that, and that it definitely comes from somewhere, because it's not a natural thing for us to hate on ourselves, because the human person is pretty selfish, and pretty self-involved. So to talk badly about oneself is kind of antithesis to that. So I don't do that. And I can't even really think of when I fall into that trap either. I might have a moment of, I feel yucky, or I feel bloaty, or I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like, but I think that people in general should always feel like they're not doing enough. Like, you're not doing enough for your family. You're not doing enough for building the kingdom. You're not doing enough for, whatever, for yourself even, for others. We should always feel like we're not doing enough. And that's not necessarily... What? Oh, you got some beans? We're going to take our beans down today. That's not necessarily negative self-talk. I think that's more like staying motivated to always be doing more and doing better. So I think that's it. Those are my answers. Again, check out the collaboration in the link below, and I will see you next time. If you're new here, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. I'm going to be having dad science and a couple of other videos coming up here pretty soon. So I will see you guys next time. You'll say bye, Liliana?
Bye!